How to deal with the loss of a loved one. Losing a loved one can be very painful. We are thrown into grief and mourning when someone we love passes away. The question is, how do we cope? How do we deal with the loss of a dear one? Number 1, it is okay to grieve. It is okay to mourn. People grieve differently, and that is rightly so. At the end of the day, we can only offer suggestions, but it is up to people to decide for themselves whatever works for them. One of the ways we grieve is by crying. It is okay to cry. There is nothing shameful in crying when you lost a loved one. It is human. It is emotionally healthy for you. Let it all out. Crying when you lose someone close to you does not diminish your masculinity. It is okay to get emotional. It is okay to tear up. Do not withhold or suppress your tears. Give yourself permission to be human. You are not doing anything wrong by crying. Feel free to cry in the open or in the secret space of your home. Number 2, take some time and talk about the deceased. Share their memories. Relive the good times. Remember them. Tell of their accomplishments. Sing their favorite songs. Tell their favorite jokes. Sing their praises. Hail them. Salute them. Pay tribute to them. Talk about their favorite recipes. It is okay to talk about the crazy things they did. It is okay to laugh at some of the things they did. It does not mean they are bad people, but rather we are affirming their humanity. Tell of their stories. Share their life and times. Number 3, feel free to see a grief counselor or therapist if you are hurting so bad from the passing of your loved one. The loss of someone affects people differently according to the degree of their closeness and relationship with the deceased. How it affects one may not be how it affects the other. We all are different. Do not feel there is anything wrong with you. The more you love a person, the more you are hurt and pained when they pass. If you need to, I will respectfully encourage you get some help from a grief counselor. Number 4, if you can get hold of some literature on how to deal or cope with the loss of a loved one, by all means do. There are resources out there. Call your local library. Check in with your local hospice. Check in with your local funeral home. Call the bereavement coordinator of your local hospice or grief support department and inquire of resources available that can help you through this difficult time. Number 4, use the family support available to you. In times like this, families put aside their differences and come together. Spend time with family. Talk about how you feel. Support each other through this. Families are stronger together. This is a time for families to look out for each other. Family is everything. Whatever happens to one affects all. Number 5, explore support systems available to you in times like this. This is a time that good friends come handy. This is a time different groups and associations you belong to can come through for you. You may consider the support of your local faith community, your church, pastor, priest, rabbi, imam, or the grief ministry of your local church. Explore, ask questions, look around, and see what you can find within your local community for support. Number 6, what can you do to immortalize your loved one? We can plant a tree in their honor. We can give to their favorite charity and causes. We can gather all their recipes and put it together into a book and publish it. We can erect a monument on their behalf. Maybe we can think of something to do to keep their memories alive. We all want our loved ones who have passed to live on in some way. How would you like to remember your loved one? How do you want the world to remember your loved one? Consider making sure their legacy lives on and that it is not forgotten and obliterated. Number 7, be a part of the memorial service or the church service of the deceased. Participate, contribute. Help with the planning. Feel free to eulogize them. Feel free to share with the world their favorite poem. Maybe the deceased has a favorite sacred text, sacred hymn, prayers, and what have you. Bring it on and let all these be used to honor and pay tribute to them. We can also find comfort in the sacred text, especially for people of faith. Finally, please take good care of yourself. Spend time outdoors, pick some fruit, do some gardening, Get some fresh air, take a walk, hang out with a friend, do not starve yourself. Get some physical exercise. Listen to some nice music. Do some meditation. Think of your loved one. Water flowers. Take a deep breath. Remember that your well-being is non-negotiable. May the memories of your deceased loved one be an everlasting blessing to you and bring you peace.